Hey guys, it's SneakyGGuy again with another TF2 Pyro gameplay. This time it's with the reserve shooter. I felt like I kind of wanted to go through all the secondary weapons. I probably won't be. I'm not sure if I'll go over the detonator and man melter because as you see, have my flare gun. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. But to start off here, if you don't know what the reserve shooter does, it mini crits any airborne targets for the first 3 seconds it's out. But other than that, it acts like a normal shotgun, so I actually do very well with it. I top score with this. And yeah, one thing to know about shotguns is that there will always be a bullet that hits on the little cursor in the center of the screen. As long as that's aiming at something, that will always hit. You don't need to worry about it missing. But don't count on the spread doing the damage if you're far away. That's not gonna be how it works. If you want to be accurate, then you want to use the cursor or aiming cursor. So here we're capping the blue point. By the way, this is on Foundry. I think that's the newest map. And at first I don't do very well. I get killed quite a few times, but then I start getting the hang of the reserve shooter. Since a lot of times as a pilot you're up close, and you want to air blast when using the reserve shooter into the enemy into the air and then shoot them. Like right there, that was 100 damage on a mini crit because of how close I was. It's a very nice weapon if you use it correctly, and if you just it's better to take one precise shot, and I got hit by the foot there by a sniper. It's best to take one very well aimed shot than several wild shots with the reserve shooter, because not only does it do mini crits, but it only has 3 clips, which is one of the main things I really need to get used to. So anyways, back to the gameplay, where we just captured this middle point and we're going to the next point. I get another reserve shooter kill. In fact, that's my main kills in this game. Reserve shooter. So we're trying to push this next point, but we got Pyro. I think they have set up some sentries, so we can't really get any farther. Actually, no, they don't. Never mind, they don't have any sentries set up yet. So this spy's already at the point, and I didn't kill that soldier. Flight kill is actually really nice, and then the lock and load down kills me. Going back here, I think our engineers are starting to build sentries. There's a spy who I almost get, but he has a spy symbol on. Sadly, I don't get the kill, but I get the Pyro kill, which is nice. I don't know about anyone else, but it's really nice to get a kill, like a mini crit kill with the reserve shooter. Once again, I'm lighting the huntsman on fire for the sniper. I don't think I actually get any assists off these because apparently the snipers don't seem to be very good at their job. So back to the gameplay again. Well, I was talking about gameplay, wasn't I? Yeah, we're trying to defend this point because they're capturing it, but they have too many guys over there. So instead of rushing in like some pyros do, I stayed back. I'm looking for a dispenser. I didn't notice that one down there until a little while later. And if you notice a lot, I do like to use a lot of those little pre-made voice chat things. I don't know why. No one really pays attention to them, but it's really kind of a thing when you're standing around doing nothing or traveling to the point. It's really just a way to ease boredom, because it's not really fun walking to a point. So another good thing about the reserve shooter is if you can aim on a scout, you can always mini crit them because of how often they jump. And another reserve shooter kill. But actually, after this gameplay, I've liked it so much that I went ahead and went to a training server and got a strange reserve shooter, which I actually didn't know they had. So expect if I use another Pyro video, I'll probably be using that. How walking the point again? Just a soldier as well. Speaking of soldiers, actually there's no soldier on here, but always learn the pattern of how soldiers fire their rockets, because that can help you reflect them. Here's the Pyro trying to ambush. He actually air blasts me and saves me, because he could have probably killed me with the flamethrower if he stayed close. But luckily he's not a very good shot with the flare gun. Better than I am, because he actually hit me once. And I'm trying to save these soldiers from down there. And end up getting killed. So, I think, at one point I thought that down was a spy, well, not a spy. Like I said in my last video, you want to keep your ears open, so I heard that Delman shooting, and I was like, oh, is there another Delman back here? But no, it's that Delman. I don't know what he's doing. So yeah, I got 6.5 minutes left in this round. I get another Pyro kill. And the scout, I actually get him. I weaken him down with the shotgun, which if you don't kill him with a shotgun, most likely you'll weaken him enough with a shotgun to kill him with your fires. And here, I don't know why, but I'm just, like I said, you don't want to rush things. If I rush, that sniper would have gotten an easy kill, because there's a lot using his huntsman up close. I'm trying to reflect the huntsman arrow, but I'm not that good. And I also try to reflect that, I think it was a detonator shot, actually. I don't know, and I don't know how I got that kill right there. I guess it's one of those little close corner kills. Here I'm really trying hard to put out that Delman. Luckily I got him. And then I got body shotted, and I'm now on red team. Which I was like, oh great, I'll just work with it. And so I did for the next, I guess, 5 minutes. This sniper, I couldn't light his arrow on fire, so I just kept on following him. When I think about it, I might have wasted more ammo than I should have done doing that. And over there is a blue sentry. So I kind of back off there. One thing I do try to get, no, I didn't reflect any, but I tried to reflect arrows again, and I could have gone over and tried to get rid of that sentry while I was building, but there's too many people in there, so I just backed off. There, I actually reflected the sentry rockets. I don't think many people know you can do that, but I was trying to reflect it back at the sentry and destroy it, but it didn't work out, and I just ran off. Then I helped these guys out killing this Delman, but I didn't get any assists on it. One thing to note is that a Pyro, even though it lists him as an offensive class, he is pretty much a really good defensive class as well. So if you see someone capping the point, you probably want to be the first one there. And I know I don't need a circle strafe of building sentry, but I was doing that because you don't want to stay still ever, especially when the enemy has snipers. And here, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was trying to go for the health, but I didn't realize it could shoot through that crack at the, what is that, a gas tank or something. So again with, is that a scout? That's a scout. No, that's a sniper. Yeah, again with the sniper, they've got, I think, 2 of them. I noticed that our team has 4 Pyros. I don't change, of course, due to the fact that I'm making a Pyro gameplay, but normally I probably would change. No, I wouldn't have changed because I was doing very well with this anyways. Here's what I was talking about earlier when I was lag. Wow. I lagged out there and got killed, but that's what I was talking about earlier with the using the cursor as a shotgun. That's the best way of taking out a sentry from a distance with the shotgun, is using the reserve, not the cursor. I think here I actually take out this sentry gun finally after the trouble it's been giving me. It's been weakened up by soldiers and stuff, I think, but eventually I take it down with the reserve shooter, which is really one of the Pyro's main job, is finishing things off. And there's a, maybe there, I only got 11 damage on that mini crit, which made me kind of disappointed. And then I got stuck on the corner there, and I'm surprised I actually lived there. And I was getting shot at and everything, but I think I die soon. I try to kill this sniper with stuff, and then he gets a random crit on me with a bushwhacker. Bushwhacker, not bush. Yeah, and then I died. So this gameplay wasn't as good as I was hoping it'd be, but I really wanted to show off the reserve shooter, and I did do very well with it, just not all in one life. Even though that would have been stealing from the spy, it'd be a lot better to get rid of it quickly before the engineer can sap it, or unsap it, I guess. Here I reflected a lock and load bullet, which doesn't really help much at all since it destroys on contact. You have to be very accurate. And if you see a medic, try to ambush him and his medic buddy, and you can get rid of the medic, because it's a lot better to die for the medic than to die killing none of them. And then, yeah, I'm waiting for the teleporter here, which might be not a good idea. It wasn't really that far away from spawn, I don't think. But actually, wait, that was pretty close to the center point. It might have been a good helper. And then that's the end of the game, so stalemate, and thank you guys for watching. A little of the video again. Sorry about that, but yeah. I'll see you guys all next time.